From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends, produced by Michael Leonetti. Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, with special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Good morning and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Anyway, where is Chef Michael? What is he doing? Is he out in the hallway somewhere? Anybody know? Oh, come on. I got five guys here, and all of you guys are speechless? Well, anyway, Johnny Stewart and Chef Michael are out in the hallway. I don't know what they're doing, but we are here, and I am here with three. Count them on your fingers. 1, 2, 3. 3 Elvises today. I've got Dean Z, I've got Travis Powell, and I've got Ted Torres.
How are you?
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning. Gosh, it's great. So let's swing this microphone around here a little bit, and then go ahead and use that microphone, Dr. Dave. We've got Dr. Devin Luzad is here, and also we have Steve Clark, who is not an Elvis, but you're in a Kiss show. Is that what
Elvis bling going?
Are you a Kiss tribute artist?
Yes.
Yes.
That's correct.
Do you play anyone particular?
Peter Criss.
Oh, Peter Criss. Okay.
The drummer. The cat? The drummer, the cat?
Yeah, cool.
legend?
Okay, the legend. Yes. So we've got a full house here, and I've got John Stiles behind the camera. Hi, John. How you doing? And we've got Ryan Silva taking care of our engineering board here. And here comes John Stewart, the creator and legendary producer of the Legends in Concert. Good morning, John. How are you?
Morning.
We're going to have to find
Sandy.
a microphone. What happened to Chef Michael?
How's Chef Michael? Do you want me to go find him?
What is he cooking or
He's
something?
here.
Is he
fixing
cooking up
breakfast.
something?
Yeah,
I
he's
guess.
cooking up something.
Cooking up breakfast. Well, that's a good thing.
Anyway, we're here with these great Elvises and also Kiss Army, Steve Clark. We got
Yeah,
him
I
all
know.
here
We
for
just
you.
introduced him. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got a great day. And today, just so you guys know, because I'm sure you're all thrilled and excited to know this, today is my workout day at Las Vegas Fitness Center. And, and it's part of my Staying Fit and Fabulous Forever program. And if you're interested in being part of this Staying Fit and Fabulous Forever program, please contact me at 702-348-5707. That's 702-348-5707. Or email me at sandykastel@gmail.com. That's sandykastel@gmail.com. You know, we've got a lot of exciting things going on at the West Wing tonight. We've got the West Wing Cigar Lounge, which is located at 4255 South Durango, just south of Flamingo. And we've got T. Fox. He's going to be performing there tonight with the band. He's got a band there. And of course, Chef Michael is going to be preparing some of his wonderful South Philadelphia Italian dishes for our guest tonight. And that is tonight at the West Wing Cigar Lounge. And you can give them a call at 702-901-4222. That's 702-901-4222 to make your reservations, because last Wednesday we were totally packed and we didn't have a seat left in the house. So please give them a call and give them a reservation if you plan to join us tonight. So John Stewart, you know, I know there's a reason that we have 3 Elvises here in the house with us today. Tell me what this is all about.
This is about the Elvis Fest, the Las Vegas Elvis Fest, which is once a year, a 4-day event. Now it's called the Westgate Resort. It was LVH. Before that, it was the Hilton. Before that, it was the Great International, the home of Elvis Presley. And I'm involved with a museum that's going in there called King's Ransom. A lot of the pieces you guys have already seen around, right? The car and all the statues and everything. Yes, so we're doing that, and we have 3 great guys here. I'm going to let you talk to them and introduce them, since you're the sweet lady host. But they're great. And these guys are all kind of at the very top. These guys are the good guys.
At the top of the list.
And tonight at 7 o'clock is the actual red carpet there right in front of the theater, the 1,400-seat theater.
Okay.
And we're anxious, hopefully, that maybe you could come before you have to go to the West Wing Lounge.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
At 7 o'clock,
yeah.
we'll make a big deal out of you and also Chef Michael, of course.
Do I have to dress up like Elvis?
No. You just have to. They want you to wear is just the scarf.
It was strategically placed, of course.
And then,
I know there are some ladies that are Elvises also, or Elvis impersonators. And as you told me, you said there's a lot of women that get caught up in this, and they have the Elvis fever, and they get up and they sing just like Elvis.
Yeah.
Right? Except they're females.
Most people think they're ladies, but they're actually guys.
Oh.
No.
Rum-bum.
But also at 8 o'clock tonight is the big finals of the Elvis contest. Then tomorrow night, Sean Klush and several others, Cody Slaughter and other Elvises, do a big tribute to Elvis with the big Jordanaires and all the different. Who else is on the show tonight, guys, and tomorrow night?
The Sweet Inspirations, DJ Fontana.
Yeah, Sweet Inspirations.
I believe the Stamps.
The Stamps.
You guys,
the Stamps.
you know what? For being Elvis guys, you guys don't know anything about getting up on the microphone. Come on, you got to speak up.
Well, I know DJ Fontana is definitely going to be there.
JT Fontana.
I saw him the other day, and that was Elvis's original drummer from the 1950s.
Oh my gosh, that'll be great.
That'll be really special.
Nostalgic, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of people that are connected with Elvis's life. Joe Esposito, who was Elvis's tour manager, a good friend, is also doing some tours of backstage and the VIP suite where Elvis stayed for his 837 shows at the International.
Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing? How years later, everyone is still paying such a homage to this wonderful man. And I know he was a very generous man. He took care of a lot of people, buying things for them. And it was a tragic loss that we lost him at such a young age, and everything. So each one of you is here representing this event that's going on, this Elvis Fest, which goes on once a year, Johnny?
It goes on once a year. It's 4 days out of a year.
Is it always in Las Vegas?
People come from all over the world.
Always in Las Vegas.
Always in Las Vegas, and it's always at that hotel.
Okay, and
no matter what they name it.
Forever, it's going to be called it's always linked to the International, the Las Vegas Hilton, LVH, and now the Westgate. So, tell me, I'd like to start with, let me pick a name out here. Travis. Which one's Travis?
That's me.
Hi, Travis.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
They're all so cute, too. Anyway,
Thank you for that, too.
Let me ask you, what is special? What secret special thing do you focus on as Elvis when you're out performing?
When I step on stage, I think I don't want to speak for the other two guys, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for them on this one. We try to do the most authentic tribute that we can. And a lot of people can say, why do you do it and just have fun? Well, it is fun. It's a lot of fun, but you do the most authentic tribute because that's what Elvis deserves. He was that good.
So for you, though, I want to know specifically, not the other guys, because I'm going to ask each one this question.
Okay.
So tell me, what drew you to Elvis, first of all?
Well, I started watching Elvis when I was about 4 years old, the Aloha from Hawaii show. I watched it over and over and over. And I couldn't get over the attention that Elvis demanded. He could walk on stage and not have to sing a note. All he had to do was smile. And he was an entertainer. He had you in the palm of his hands just by walking on stage. So I think if you could do that, then you had something.
That's a rare quality when somebody has that. And in fact, I know somebody else like that who has that quality. That all he does is walk into a room, walk up to the mic, and he captivates an audience. And that's that gentleman standing over there in the corner, Mr. Chef Michael Leonetti. Come on, Chef. Come on, get up here on the microphone. Come on. He's acting a little shy today, so I think he needs a little encouragement. Chef, I know that you've been getting a lot of offers lately from a lot of people that said, even including men, that said, Sandy, I know what you see in this man. I would marry him if I had the chance, okay? And this is because he cooks amazingly, and everybody just loves his food. They can't get enough of it. Also, he's a wonderful performer in front of the microphone. I mean, when he gets up there and sings something like Ladies a Tramp, and then also, he was a child prodigy and started on the drums at such a young age. At 10, he was actually performing professionally at the age of 10 on the drums. This is Mr. Chef Michael.
Yeah, baby.
Woo-hoo!
International, GetLifts.com, and I am listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends and the infamous Chef Michael.
finally, a radio show that's fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. So, you gave us a wonderful recipe, Chef Michael, and you told us about T-Fox. Now, what about your cookbook? Tell people about your cookbook.
I wrote that cookbook in 1994. Yeah, 94 I wrote the cookbook, and it was dedicated to my family. They're all gone now, my cousins, my uncles, they're all gone. But the recipes are very, very simple. In fact, just now, today, I got, what's her name? The lady out, the photographer's wife, to do the Facebook for
Diane.
me? Diane. I put Diane, and I said, Diane, I want you to do the Facebook, because I'm confused when it comes to this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm from a different era, and you got to know that. So she's going to handle the Facebook for me, and so people can get on that Facebook. And I want to thank everybody out in Radio Land for being so nice, for making this radio show #1 and creating Chef Michael, which was kind of nice. Chef Michael was always inside me, but I kept it quiet. But now I'm out there, and how the hell do I get out of this? I don't know, John. What do I need to do? How could I run away? What do I need to do?
Just stay in the oven.
I stay in the oven. I thought so, but
Behind closed doors.
I got a couple of friends, they don't want to hear about that oven shit. So they don't even know crap.
Michael, not only do we have T-Fox tonight, but tomorrow night we've got saxman Steve Johnson.
The greatest.
Yes.
Steve's the greatest. A lot of these kids here today don't know who Sam Brutera was. Sam, to me, was the greatest saxophone player, along with Jimmy Melodor, my good friend, who's phenomenal, and Steve Poncard, and there's a lot of great horn players. But this kid, Steve, just excites me as a drummer, as for me to play, as for me to perform. This guy's got a sound that's incredible. So Saturday night, tomorrow night, you really don't want not to miss this phenomenal person.
Okay, great. So, listen, I've got Ted Torres here. Ted, which one? Okay.
Right
Hi, Ted. How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's they all look like Elvis, so it's hard to know which one's which. Anyway, you've been doing Elvis for 11 years.
Around that, yeah.
Okay. And so, as I asked Travis about what is his special thing that he focuses on, what is it that you focus on when you go out on stage and represent the King?
Well, like Travis said before, pretty much it's an overall combination of many things. But for me, I just get out there and do the best tribute that I can, and I try to sing from the heart, with feeling and from the soul, pretty much like Elvis did, because that's what he did, and he gave it his all every single time. So that's what I try to do as well.
And when did you start listening to Elvis?
Around the age of 11 or so.
Yeah, and then that's when you decided, or how long did it take before you decided this is what you wanted to do?
A couple of years, and and finally decided, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot, and I started singing his music as well. So
here you are today. And I understand you're getting an award today at LVA. Well, no, at Gateway.
Westgate.
Westgate.
Yeah. Actually,
that's right.
One of them.
One of those that's got gate in there.
Yeah, all three of us will be accepting the Heart of the King Award tonight.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yeah, every single one of us will get an award, so we're really excited about that. It's quite the honor for all of us.
Now, is it all the same award, or is it a little bit different for each person?
Mine is the 2014 Horizon Award.
Horizon, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm getting the Heart of the King Award.
Okay.
As well as Dean.
And Dean, the Heart of the
Yes, ma'am. Heart of the King Award. It's sort of an award that's given to Elvis tribute artists that kind of embody the on and off stage presence of Elvis, as well as just
when you're on
the
stage.
brotherhood of how Elvis was with other entertainers, and so it's kind of an achievement award that a lot of guys really strive for, and it's a real honor to be receiving it.
Well, that's great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I understand we have a caller. Howie. Hello, Howie. How you doing?
Very good, thank you. I enjoy your show. It's really wonderful.
Thank you. Did you have a question for Chef Michael?
No, I just wanted to tell you I played with your husband Wednesday night, and your father.
Oh, my dad.
Yeah, and he's a sensational player. He's really great.
Is this Howie, the drummer?
That's correct.
That I always mispronounce your last name?
Exter, right.
And you don't want to talk to me, Howie?
Yes, Howie.
What's the problem? I thought we were buddies. I did one solo with you. Now you don't want to talk to me no more.
I know. That was at Christmas time. You were in the big band over at Canyon Gate Country Club with us.
That's right.
We love you, Howie, and I thank you for that drum case, boy. I couldn't find one.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're Mr. Speed, you know.
Well, you got to be careful. Speed, we're talking about with the hands.
I used to be Mr. Speed, but I'm sort of on the way downhill.
Nah, don't give me that stuff. You're a phenomenal drummer, pal. You're one of the best, and I want you to come down to the West Wing, and I'll buy you dinner, Howie, because we got Joey Vespi on drums with me.
Oh, he's great.
He was with Louis Prima for 15 years, and what a battle we had. We had a great time. So, Howie, we love you. Give your wife our regards, and tell Dick Kastel, my father-in-law, to say that I hope I'm in the damn will.
I think Joanne has something to say about that.
Thanks, Howie. We love you. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Hey, you're welcome, man.
Thank you, pal. We have another caller?
Thank you, Howie.
All right, thank you, Sandy.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. We love Howie. What a great drummer. You know, it's funny, San. I'm looking at we're here with a bunch of handsome guys. You know, it's amazing. You know, I'm looking at these young kids, these Elvis guys, and we got Kiss, and we got the Doc over here. Another handsome guy, good looking man. Looks like Julio Iglesias.
Yeah, I cover the gray hair generation. These guys are all dark hair.
And it's fun.
Silver foxes.
Is that what it is? And it's funny, John, because outside of Jon Stewart, that he's older than Moses. Anyway, outside of that, you know, I'm in a men's room. You know, and it's nice if you can admire another guy. You know, you like Sandy will say that we're out in a restaurant, say, look at that girl, how beautiful she is. And women compliment themselves. But, you know, I'm in a men's room, and I'm looking at this guy. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. I moved. He moved. I'm saying to myself, this guy's handsome. It was me. It was a reflection in a mirror.
What do you have to say to that, Devin?
He cooks up some crazy stories. Yeah.
He sure does, doesn't he? Well, Devin, how long have you been a chiropractor?
Gosh, the gray hair would equal about 15 years out here.
That's it? Just 15 years has driven you gray?
Yeah, So training other docs is really my thing now. So we built up 4 clinics out here, 3 here, 1 in Salt Lake City, and it's a different type of chiropractic. So you think chiropractic, you think pretzel bending, twisting, cracking, popping, and kung fu moves. The work we do, it's called the Nuka technique. So it's more gentle. It's just Sandy. It's just a gentle little touch versus the twisting and cracking. So people that seek this type of care out, they may be even told not to go to a chiropractor. Hey, you need to have surgery, get cut on, have pretty much Home Depot put in your body.
Right.
But this is an alternative to the more forceful type of chiropractic.
I'm going to look up a name here that's a chiropractor. I think his name is Dr. Goodman. Mm-hmm. Is he one? Does he do the same style?
He's one of those guys. Yep.
Yeah. Because I've been to him, and you're right.
Wonderful.
It's
good.
Totally different. You lie on the table, and he does. It's just like he just barely puts his fingers on you.
That's right.
And you go, well, what do you do?
Say, what is this?
What do you do?
Yeah.
And it's like he aligns everything, but it's a gradual thing. It's not something that you feel like the traditional, but it does work.
I think, and the biggest difference is it's not addictive. So you're not coming back over and over again the rest of your life, and that's the 2 biggest fears of going to a chiropractor. Hey, I don't want to get hurt, and 2, I don't want to have to go back over and over again for a lifetime.
Right.
So we see folks headaches. I mean, listen, migraine headaches. You ever had someone in your family with migraine headache?
I do. My brother has horrible, almost wants to die. Almost, really.
You turn the lights off. You just basically you want the world to go away, and that's true of a lot of chronic pain. So
right.
If you've been told, hey, you got to learn to live with it. Listen, you listeners, smart people. That when a doc tells you that, that's basically a doc saying, I don't have the answer, don't know what to do with you. So they're going to tell you have to learn to live with it. But listen, there's always hope, and what we've found with this approach, we can get you out of a lot of pain, a lot of symptoms in your body.
Well, that's great, Dr. Devin. And we've got somebody on the phone. We've got Flurry. Hi, Flurry. How are you?
Oh, I threw my back out last night.
Well, you need to come and talk to the doc, Flurry.
Yeah.
Did you find where it landed?
Isn't that ironic? He would be on there on my call. That's great.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, I was pushing my vehicle and I thought it had ran out of gas. It was only vapor locked, and I threw my back out. So. Anyway, but I wanted to say I enjoyed you guys' birthday party so much, Michael, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So many people came out, and I was glad to see Joey. I hadn't seen him in years, and you guys are great, and you're fantastic drummer and everything, man. And I just pray that the Lord will continue to bless you guys.
Well, I got to give that thanks to Sandy.
To me, why?
Yeah, Sandy was the one because I wanted to pack it in. I'm telling you. I mean, I could care less. I could care less if I sang, cooked. It didn't make any difference to me. I just wanted to be happy. She's the one that says, get out there and do it. And what happens is that I did it, and I'm glad that I could touch the hearts and the spirits of some people. You know, we're all human. Everybody's human beings. We all get our days. That's why we're the #1 radio show in Las Vegas. We got over 90,000 listeners that listen to us. Sandy and I are going to television now. You know, let me tell you something, everybody in radio land. It's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of work for Sandy and I because, you know, we get up, we talk about this in the morning, we talk about it in the afternoon. You know, we talk to Jon Stewart. We try to bring all these different people. And then when the doc here came on, he said, Johnny invited me. And I said, Jon Stewart invited a chiropractor. I'm going to kill this guy. He says, no, John Lindquist.
John Lindquist,
and
exactly,
I love John Lindquist. John is the hair club president for Aquanet.
That's right.
Because if you've seen his hair, he's got the most hand. If I come back in another life.
Speaking of Elvis.
He looks just like, Elvis. He looks like Elvis.
Speaking of Elvis, you should see his hair.
Handsome kid. I'm 6'3" if I stand on a table.
Well, he's got a group called the Honorifics. And I'll tell you, a fabulous group, a lot of fun, and winning all kinds of awards online. But, you know, Flurry, something else. I want to let everybody know. Flurry's with the Ink Spots. I think, is it third generation Ink Spots?
Yes, absolutely. We're the third generation. And I just wanted to piggyback on what Chef Michael was saying about you inspiring him. I know my wife has been with me for 32 years now.
Yes.
And all of my crazy ideas, I'm a crazy inventor, and all of my music ideas, and I'm a film writer, and all of that stuff. I come up with a new idea. You know how we do, Michael. Ooh, 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 ooh. She'll say, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Ooh, ooh, I got this. Yeah, that's nice. She never gives you a down mouth, and I suspect Sandy's the same way. Always support the crazy ideas, and sooner or later, something good's going to come out of it.
I hope so, Flurry.
You just keep plugging.
I'm losing my mind. No, the thing is, I'll be honest. You know what I feel? Because me and Sandy were talking this morning. Is that it's like we're in the water, and I got a lifeboat.
Yeah.
And I'm out of and I'm in me and Sandy, and the people are drowning out there. And Sandy said, Mike, what do you want to do about it? When I say drowning, metaphorically, the food, okay, the Tuscany Grill, what's the other place? Sienna's Deli. There's only a handful of places that really got some good stuff.
Oh, it's
she says, Mike, you got to do something about it. The entertainment in Vegas, outside of the Elvis guys, there's no venue for half of the places.
And the Kiss guys.
And the Kiss guys and everybody else. The most important thing, and just like the doc over here, you know, like with chiropractic, I went one time to a chiropractor. I swear to God, this guy was killed me.
What was that?
Yeah. You might have deserved that.
That's Doc. I appreciate it. And me and the Doc were talking, and I got a good feeling. I think he's going to be one of our sponsors, Sam. I really feel good about the Doc because we want to be a success. Because when you got 90,000 listeners, you got people there that got some pains and some aches.
He can line us up.
He can line us up, and we want it to be a success because our sponsors like Smith Food King, Salvation Army, the Tuscany Grill. I mean, the list is endless. And I'm being honest. I call them our sponsors. I had to actually ask them if I can cut them down just a little bit because we got so many sponsors. We got no time for the radio show.
No. We're saving them for TV.
Sandy, a quick shout out, real quick, with respect to you, to our cameraman. I want to say something to you. We had a lot of camera people, and they do a phenomenal job. I never met more humbly nice man than this guy. What a great job that you're doing.
I know.
Get the hell out of the camera there.
Hey, wait! I thought you cameramen were behind the scenes. You know.
And he gets, he shoots the show, fellas. And I'm telling you, by the time we walk out of this office, this guy's at the studio.
He's working on it. Yeah,
and he loads it right
loaded up to YouTube.
Which is important. So between the radio show, between the, and then we're going to go mainstream. What do you call it again?
Streaming online.
Yes, streaming. Yes. What the hell do I know? I'm Italian. What do I know about that?
Anyway, that's why you need somebody like Diane to help you on your Facebook.
Yes.
Anyway, listen, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Jon Stewart and Chef Michael. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
I want to hear from the Grossos and the Perrys. Where are you? Call me, you son of a...
This is Sandy Kastel.
And this is Chef Mike. You know something, everybody? Thank you so much for making us #1. Listening to us every day at 731-1230. I told you that the radio shows were going to be a hit. You can't go wrong. The show tickets, we love you. Don't we love them, Sam?
And we have the best guest here on KLAV, 1230 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
If I was a rich man...
Hi, I'm Sally Kellerman, and I'm listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends and Chef Michael. Yay!
starting your day with a smile. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Now, let's bring back the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. You know what, Dr. Devin Luzad, you were talking about the technique and how it's not a twist or chiropractic. It's a little different, and I've actually experienced it with Dr. Goodman, as we were talking about. And as you said, you know, when you first came to town, you worked with him for a couple years, and then you went out and you've been training other doctors to do the same technique. And now you've got doctors on both sides of town. You want to tell us where they are?
Well, I work out of the Summerlin Clinic. We've got a clinic in the Southwest and then down in Henderson also.
Okay.
You know, Sandy, the biggest thing about what we do is not only that it's a gentle and safe approach to pain relief, but I have a real good screening process. See, going to a chiropractor, you know, you're not a patient just because you walk in with a wallet in your back pocket. There's actual things we look for that can screen out who's not a good candidate. So the best part about what I do is I do a 2-day workup, Sandy, and the point of that, if I can't help someone, I'm always going to let them know. So day 1, thorough consultation, complete examination. We take a very unique set of x-rays. Now, this is what makes the work different is I focus on the head and neck. Human head is about the same weight as a bowling ball.
Right.
Men's heads tend to be a little thicker than women's. Wait, did I say thicker? Heavier. Men's heads tend to be a little heavy. I know that's
and
difficult
he's a comedian on the side.
Yeah. For all you spouses out there, I know that's difficult to believe, but at the very top of the spine is the brainstem. Brainstem is actually like your wife. It tells you what to do, how to do it, where to go, and if there's
when and where.
Yes, and if it's irritated at all, your life will not work as well. So my job is to find where in the body the pressure is on the nerve. With a very gentle system, we remove the pressure, gentle adjustment. So on day 2, when you come back with your family, if I can help you, listen, we're going to go through cost. We're going to go through how many visits. It's really, really upfront. Normally, if I can give a special, thanks to your listeners, normally we do that full workup for $180. And for your listeners, we got to cap it. I'd say maybe first 20 callers to our office.
Okay.
We'll do the full workup, $37, which basically lets the girls get paid. Myself and the docs will donate our time to see if we can help, but we'll do a 2-day workup.
Great.
$37. The office is 702-566-HOPE, which is 702-566-4673, or you can look me up at drdevin.com.
drdevin.com. Okay, so that number again is 702-566-4673, 702-566-4673. For the first 20 callers that call today, right, you are going to give them a full workup for $37. Oh my gosh, that's a wonderful, wonderful deal.
It's a 2-day workup. Now, for our friends who are Medicare, and about half my practice is 65 and older, federal law prevents any doctor from giving a discount, but that doesn't stop me from ever sitting down with the patient at no charge and finding out if we can help. So if you're 65 and over, when you call and just ask for the free consultation, and I'll spend about a half hour with you. I'll run some tests. I'll sit down and find out your needs. I never ever charge just to see if we can help you.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Dr. Devin Luzad.
Perfect.
Yes, I got it right. I know.
We got our stick down.
Well, anyway, so now I've got Steve Clark here, drummer, leader of Kiss Army. 21 years, internationally, over 3,000 shows. And you said the character that you're representing is Peter Criss,
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer.
That's right. So how, did you start out drumming when you were a kid and then just decided to just start listening to him and then decide that that's what you wanted to do, or what?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I was influenced by quite a few different classic contemporary music artists. I mean, everybody from Elvis when I was younger, hearing the Beatles. My father worked for a group called Seals and Crofts, which was a contemporary.
Great group, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but it was, oddly enough, it was Kiss, and the timing of, the age that I saw them at, which really was probably 1974, 75, and it just really took me over the top with, intrigue. I loved everything about their presentation, their choreography. To me, they had a lot of, theatrical showmanship. And they
Definitely.
Bill Aucoin, God rest his soul, the original manager of the group, was like the George Lucas behind the, the Kiss formula. So anybody that saw them in the early 70s, this guy took them like a Johnny Stewart, for example. I mean, he really took them in and put them on his credit card and forced, them upon the world where they may not have had someone, take a chance on them otherwise. So I wanted to give him a quick plug as well. And there you go. Not me, but kind of.
Kind of, sort of.
But
well, I had to ask you a question. How long does it take you to put your makeup on?
About
or is it just a mask?
About 90 minutes. No, it's not just
90?
About 90 minutes. Yeah, but we make it look, spot on.
Perfect.
Yes, we make it look like we peeled it right off of their faces at the prime time of 1977, 78, to where it looks like you just peeled it off and put it on your face. So I mean, it's a remarkable resemblance that we
So what kind of makeup cream removal do you use?
Honestly, I've always used shampoo. But the other guys in my group, I know the other guys in my group are like, you're crazy. And in 2 seconds, I've got that makeup off, and my skin just, I don't know what it is.
Oh my gosh!
I know, and it works. I've never had a problem with it. They use like baby oil and stuff like that, but I can't stand baby oil.
Oh, and that can clog your pores too. Yeah.
Right. But
I know discerning minds wanted to know about that, so I had to ask.
But I mean, as far as seeing Kiss, when I took interest specifically in Peter Criss. I mean, he was an influence on me to want to play drums. And when I saw him trash his drum set, Keith Moon style, on the Midnight Special, and almost hurt the band in the process with how violent it was put together, I just absolutely just loved it. And I just, through the years...
And how many sets have you destroyed?
You know what? I actually had a stainless steel drum set that I specifically took out on the road for like 5 years, so at all of the bigger events I could trash it like Tyson and freak people out, and it worked every time.
Oh my gosh!
It was a blast.
Oh my gosh! So where can people find you? Do you have a website?
Yes, that's KissArmyRules.com.
KissArmyRules.com.
Mm-hmm.
And are you also on Facebook?
Yeah, that's Kiss Army, the coolest band in the world.
That's great. That's great on Facebook. Yeah. So you can go to Facebook if you're interested in finding out where they're performing. Where are you performing?
Again, the dates are on our website, and we're still an international act. We're actually right now working on a finale concept with Jon Stewart, and hoping that we can make something happen here at the correct, showroom venue, and bring a Beatlemania full-scale 77 kind of Broadway production.
A Broadway?
Yeah,
I mean, my gosh,
a really big scale. That's what we're aiming for. And if you look at the website, you can certainly see every bit of the passion and the accuracy and the the care that's gone into trying to perfect this. Every show we do, we try to be better. I mean, we're all harsh critics, no matter how strong the audience may think the show was. As professionals, like we try to be, we'll come off and always try to be better than we left the last show.
Let me ask you a question. How high are your shoes?
7.5 inch platform.
7.5 inch.
As a chiropractor, I feel that's very good showmanship, and it's good for business.
But
too.
they're not. But when they're that platform, it's still the same shape, as if they were on the ground. It's not as quite a high arch, right?
Sure,
yeah, you have.
And I don't always, being the drummer, I don't always, being the drummer, I don't always wear the platforms in performance.
When you're, because you got to hit that bass drum and all that.
Flip-flops in the back.
right. But I mean, rhinestone flip-flops.
Right, of course, bling. Got to have the bling.
Right. I mean, I probably shouldn't play in platforms because of the weight, but I've tried it a couple of times. I tried it one time at the Kiss Coffee House anniversary a few years back in front of 15,000 people. I just thought, I'm going to give it a shot. And then I get up there and I feel like I've got 10-pound weights on my legs. I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Well, you know what, Steve? I've got to ask you a question, and I'm going to ask you guys think about this answer, because we've got an organization called WEMA, Women in Music and Arts, and we've actually added men to it because so many men performers are also getting involved with us. And as I can tell everybody out there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 men, and including Chef Michael, it would be 9 men in here. Of course, we've got 2 ladies sitting back in the background, which are, can somebody explain who this woman is? That she's somebody's manager. Who's the manager?
Yes, that's Terry Futrell, which is my manager.
Terry Futrell?
Yes, that's my manager.
Okay, now if they want to get in touch, if somebody wants to hire you, they have to go through her, right?
Yes.
Does she have a website?
Yes, you can go to www.etatravispowell.com.
There you go. There you go. There's your plug, see? And she's adorable. Look at her. She's smiling over there. So shy. Anyway, are you posting on Facebook right now?
I am.
You good. She is a good,
She's
smart
on top
woman.
of it.
And who's sitting next to her? This lovely lady with blonde hair.
That is Tina Stein. She is my Secretary Supreme for KISS Army. She's been working exclusively for the group, I'd say, for about the last 6-7 years or so. And like creative consultant as well, she helps me to make sure that we got all our ducks in a row. And
well, that's a perfect thing then. This leads right into my question. So with women in music and arts, and women and men in music and arts, I should say, we are empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships. And one of the things that we discuss a lot is the business of being an artist. Because as all of you know, you're performers. You have to spend hours and hours and hours and years performing, perfecting your craft. And still, even today, I'm sure you are rehearsing, practicing, you are trying new material, you're trying new moves, you're watching yourself, but also you have to have a team around you.
Absolutely.
Just like Chef Michael and I, we have a team. We have Ryan behind the board. We have John Lindquist in there, the production manager. We have John Stiles here helping us, who's video cameraing us.
That is the correct terminology, video camera-ish.
And we've got Sue Pugh, and then we've got, Darylyn, who's, really is our team. And we've got Lotus Broadcasting. So we have a team of people that make it possible for us to go out on stage
Absolutely.
or go in the studio and do what we love to do. So what is your advice that you would give, the number one thing that you would give to somebody starting out in the industry right now, young student that wants to be an entertainer, performer, or videographer, whatever it is? What would you tell them?
I would say be open to any input you can get. Don't take any of it personal. That's how you become professional, is having an open mind, because nobody knows everything. You're learning something every day. So if you want to perfect your craft, I think taking advice from people that no matter who they are, I mean, professional, amateur, whatnot, some people that have never stood on stage at all can't sing to save their life, but they can hear if somebody can or cannot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just take everything to the right place and try to filter out, and hope that they have a nice way of letting me down if they intend to.
Well, as all advice, you take it in graciously.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to tell them they're wrong, or whatever, or get defensive about it.
Right.
You take the advice and you take what makes sense, because I think there's a little thing inside of us that says, okay, I can use that.
Absolutely.
I can use that if I can, perfect myself, if I can make myself a little bit better, or look at things a little bit, differently through a different eye. It'll give you another perspective.
Right, absolutely.
To make
that's the way. I think that's the fastest way to advance at your craft. If you if you really want to do that.
And working with mentors,
Absolutely.
that have been in the industry before. And Chef Michael, I know you're chomping at the bit to say something to add there.
Let me say something. When you put a show on like this, I want everybody to understand something, especially in radio land. It's not a joke. It is some serious business. It's people that come in, they pay an X amount of dollars, they get on the microphone. Nobody listens to them. Maybe their family, their friends, a couple of neighbors that knocked on the door. But when you reach the volume that we reach, it's just a demographic of who's listening and the credibility. When you get people like Smith Food King and people like the Salvation Army that sponsor you, that stand behind the show, and you get a guy like Jon Stewart, and I want to give a compliment to John. John was a guest on our show 3 months ago. Just a guest. He never left. And it's a great honor to have him, because this guy is grabbing people, doing it. To win a war, you have to have an army.
That's right.
One person can't do it. And Sandy and I, like I said to you, we work very diligently to make not only the people that are advertisers a success, but also with you for people to do that. So the media outlet, and I want to tell you something, if somebody was not listening to radio, Tony Benici would be out of business. Lotus would be out of business.
That's right. Instead of buying up all these other radio stations.
And he put a tremendous ad in for us.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Couple $1,000. It's, in the Review Journal. And what he done for Sandy Kastel and friends, this guy don't really do for anybody. You know what I mean? And he believed in us, because let me tell you, this guy's no joke. He's a businessman, but he sees potential that's here. But it's a lot of work, and I just want everybody in Radio Land to thank you for listening to us every day and for making us number one. We put that extra mile to have a camera crew in here so they can put that on, because people want to see our faces. It ain't just a voice. That's why we're going to television. So 5 days of radio, 2 days of TV, that's the hook. And I want to thank everybody out there for making us a success, but listening to us every single morning. Lady from Australia. Australia. People, I said, don't they got things better to do to listen to me?
At midnight, they're listening
to us. So we
us
just got a phone call from the lady from Australia, and she's going to take you up on that $37 deal.
But she needs a flight to get here.
Has straight shot out, but we'll save her some money on the 2-day workup anyhow.
Well, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show, and we're not going to go to a break. What we're going to do is we're going to thank our sponsors. One of our past sponsors who is Resort Stay International. We've got Salvation Army, Smith's Food and Drug on West Sahara and Durango, the West Wing Cigar Lounge across from Salvation Army on just south of Flamingo on Durango, Tuscany Grill in Henderson. I mean, my gosh, if you want a great cheesecake, you got to go there and have that, and a great prime rib. That's what I had last night, and it was wonderful.
It was great.
Cut like butter, as Barbara would say. Susan McKinney with Gale Force Photography for memories that last a lifetime. Tony May for all your bankruptcy needs and all your personal needs that you may have from an attorney. George L. Stewart for insurance you don't have to die to collect. Royal Cleaners on Flamingo and Durango. Let me see who else we've got. Am I missing anybody?
Black and White from the book.
Oh yes. Nan, yes, with the White House Black Market, if I get that correct.
So, and our sponsors.
And you know what? She's doing a fashion show for us, and it's so wonderful because we've got a WEMA event coming up on the 19th, and we want to invite all you Elvises here and you KISS guys and Dr. Devin. We want to invite everybody to join us, and if you want to get a ticket, you've got to give us a call. Make a reservation.
Yes.
Call us at 702-348-5707. That's 702-348-5707, and we want to have you guys come out and join us for the WEMA event. It's a WEMA luncheon. We're going to have the UNLV Jazz Quartet come out and play for us, and that's going to be they are going to be the recipient of a scholarship for all the money that we raise on that particular event, and it's only $25. You get Chef Michael's cooking, which is absolutely stunning, amazing. You're never going to want to eat anybody else's food, let me tell you. You're going to get spoiled.
The Tuscany just gave me a call saying,
Tuscany Grill. We love Tuscany Grill. And as a matter of fact, we've got the Meatball Fest coming up in September the 27th, and Tuscany Grill is going to be there. Giancarlo from Sienna's. So we've got a lot of things going on. So I just got to ask you guys, I know I'm talking a lot here, but that is the nature of a talk show. Anyway, so again, I've got Steve Clark here with KISS. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Your website, again, is kissarmyrules.com, and they can find you also on Facebook. We've got Ted Torres. Now, do you have a website, Ted?
Yes, I do. People can go to www.revisitedelvis.com. Revisitedelvis.com.
Yes,
ma'am.
I'm writing this down. Okay, and then also, Travis, what is your website?
It's www.etatravispowell.
ATA?
ETA.
Oh, ETA.
Travispowell.
Travispowell.com. Okay, Powell. That's Powell.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, you got that accent. You know that Elvis accent. Yeah, Travis Powell.
I'm from North Carolina.
I'm from North Carolina. .com. Okay, that's ETA Travel Powell. Travis Powell. And then Dean Z. What is your website?
It is deanz.com.
Oh, that's easy.
Nice and easy.
DeanZ.com. I like it. And all of you have a Facebook, right?
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Dean Z as Elvis.
That's so important. And as Michael was talking about, he's hired Diane, I guess, Diane Fox, who's helping us out also for our Sandy Kastel and Friends Facebook. And we want to thank you, Diane, for doing that. Because
we love you, Diane.
During the show, she actually is posting right now, just like your manager was doing over there a few minutes ago. And it's so important that today's performers, today's businesses, Dr. Devin, today's businesses have to be on the social network scene, right?
Well, now that you mention that, I'll go ahead and get on that. Right now, I'm just the old guy with this thing called a website. So I will work on the face page.
You don't understand. Look at all the businesses that have a Facebook presence, and what they do is they put out all their information, and you're reaching millions.
You're absolutely right. I was just relying on Sandy Kastel and Friends to get that information out. If that's not enough,
well, we reached like 500,000. So
well, Stan, it would not be a bad idea if the doc advertiser do a streamline where people could actually see
the technique.
It's not only the advertisement, but it's not only listening but seeing the advertisement.
Oh yeah, we can take the camera right into your office.
Well, that'd be important because again,
you can work on Michael, and I'll videotape.
Well, when I work over Michael, that'll be a different ball game. We're using elbows and knees and all that. But
Johnny Stewart said, "Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about."
Yeah, all your friends are coming out
now. And John
now.
Stewart has his finger up. He wants to say something.
Yes, one more shout out, please, at the Elvis Fest tonight. Everyone be there for the red carpet at 7:30. City at the Westgate Resorts, and 8 o'clock is the big Elvis final show.
How much
you can
are
all
the
be there.
tickets, Johnny? How
Pardon
much
me?
are tickets?
I don't know how much are tickets. You know,
$7,000 each.
Okay, well, you
they're
can probably
good.
find out
If
about
anyone
it
has a
on the
problem
website.
getting a ticket, ask for me, and I'll see that you get it free if you mention Sandy Kastel.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
If
you're
you
going to
mention
have
Sandy Kastel
$500,000
Now, if you
and Chef
mention-
Michael.
No, if you mention Chef Michael, then John will buy you dinner.
Oh, hey. That chef said that, not Johnny. Okay, now the other thing is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is also the big full orchestra, a reproduction of Elvis's last concert. This is all at Westgate Resort. You don't want to miss it. See it. It's the big Elvis Fest. We got 3 of the greatest guys right here.
Thank you, guys.
And be there.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Steve Clark, Ted Torres, Travis Powell, Dean Z, Dr. Devin Luzad, and Johnny Stewart, and Chef Michael, as usual. And we will see you Monday morning, 9 a.m. on KLAV. Have a great weekend. We'll see you tonight at West Wing Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, I'll be singing, baby. Don't miss it. The dad's coming with me to straighten out my back.
Woohoo!